Kelvin is a first-time caller out of New Jersey. Kelvin, thank you for calling and thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Heard around the world.
By everybody and their mama.
Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning, Kelvin. Thank you for calling.
No problem. I just want to say I'm a huge fan of the show and what you do to promote free thinking on the internet.
Thank you, man.
I agree. I don't agree with you mostly, but this is truly God's work you're doing, King.
Right on.
I have two questions for you.
Before you ask me the question, I definitely will allow you to ask. What is one thing you don't agree with me about? One thing.
The wall.
What about the wall?
I don't think that the wall is a thing that's necessary.
And why is it that you don't think that?
I personally think that the wall is kind of a hysteria that is within the white folks that there's a report by 2040 that the majority of Americans will be either some sort of brown or Mexican or black mix, and that would be the majority, and white people would be the minority.
Are you black?
Like the wall,
are you black, Calvin?
I am black.
And so you believe,
blacker than you,
and blacker than the Ace of Spades. And so you believe that. So you believe that white people want a wall to keep the illegal aliens coming now from 5 or more different countries, the criminals, drug lords, gang members, women with no husband and sucking the life out of our system. You believe that white people want a wall around the borders because in whatever amount of years, white people will be the minority in the country, so white people are trying to stop and protect the country because of that reason?
They're trying to protect their race, I believe.
And that's why they want a wall around the border.
Yeah. That's why they don't like black babies. They've never liked black or mixed black babies, mixed children. It's kind of... And
so what do you think, and I'll get to the mixed stuff, but what do you think about the fact that in your country, you can be killed by drug lords and MS-13 gang members and people who that we have the Muslims who want to blow your head off and cut your head off and cut you know, what do you think about all those people, the Taliban and others who are coming in just by walking across the borders? You don't think that there is a logical reason to stop that by putting a wall around the border?
To be quite frank, no.
Amazing. When you prove my point when I said most black people don't think for themselves. They don't recognize what common sense is. They don't know how to protect themselves because of their hatred of white people. Everything is about the white people. But so I appreciate that, man.
No problem. I just want to say I have friends that are Muslim that are practicing Ramadan as we speak.
Yeah, they go to Ramadan.
Friends. I have Mexican friends that have let me sleep over, that have fed me, that have never done any wrong to me.
Have white people
to school?
Have white people ever done you wrong?
I've had a lot of white people do me well, and I have a lot of white people do me wrong. And I think I've also had a lot of Mexican black people do me right, and I have a lot of Mexican black people do me wrong.
So why you hate the white people and don't hate the rest of the people?
I never said I hated white people. When did you hear me say I hated white people?
Because you said that thing about the wall, and you think that white people don't want mixed babies and all that kind of stuff.
I just said I think it's a hysteria.
Hold on, Kevin. Don't hang up. Do not hang up. I got to take a break, but I'm coming back to you, okay?
No problem.
Okay. Amazing. See, I told you. And Kevin is a nice guy. You can tell. He's black. He's black. So, Kevin.
Right.
Okay, thank you for holding. One last thing about that, about the wall thing. Do you live outdoors or indoors?
I live indoors.
And are there walls around wherever you live?
As I speak, yes.
And why not just knock the wall down and have it open so anybody can walk in?
Because I like the privacy of my own home.
but not the privacy of your country?
I mean, I like the privacy of my country as well, but the walls inside my house don't restrict. Let's say if I wanted to go to another state, right?
Right.
That doesn't restrict me from leaving.
It does. You can't go to Mexico.
The people from the outside, they were never inside in the first place.
You can't go. Some of them were here.
From the inside.
Some of them were here, and they left, and they were thrown out. They came back, and they killed American people.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you my questions to you first.
Okay, go ahead.
My first question is how to decipher the true children from the children of the lie if everyone around you is lying.
Because you said, how can you tell?
Yeah, how can I tell the true children from the children of the lie? How can I tell you are the person who's telling me the truth?
The true children love
you're not a child of a lie.
The children of the truth love all people. They have no hatred, no anger in their hearts at all. Not 1 ounce of anger. Those are the true children.
And how can I tell?
You'll see. When you wake up, you'll be able to see what's driving them. You can see right through them what's driving them. So you'll be able to see for yourself.
Okay. Thank you on that. And my second question is, if the Great White Hope is so great...
Great White Hope?
What great thing has he done personally to you?
Done to me or for me?
For you, to you.
He put the country first. He's given men the courage to speak up, do the right thing. He has cut back on taxes, made it possible for you and I to work if we want to. He has brought back freedom to America. And I can go on. And the wall going up, and just so much.
I don't agree with the point that you said that he's given us freedom. A lot of the things that I was doing before Trump, I'm still doing. So.
Well, he's added to you then. That's nice.
He hasn't added anything.
Yeah, he has. You just don't realize it. What you don't realize, Calvin, even though you're a nice guy, you sound like a nice guy. Most black people,
you're a great man.
Thank you, buddy. Most black people can't see. They're angry. They hate white people. They hate good. They hate God. And most black people don't believe in God, so they can't see. And they don't know that they can't see. They don't see the simplest thing that's right in front of them because of that anger. And so I understand that you can't see what the Great White Hope has done and is doing because of that anger in your heart.
Okay, and if we have time for one more, I wanted to know, since I'm not Christian, if it was okay to be a slut maker.
To be a what?
A slut maker.
A slut maker?
Yeah.
Well, if you're not a son of God, if you've not been born again, you can't help but be a slut maker. And the women can't help but be sluts.
Do you have a slut?
No, not anymore, but I was a slut maker before. How old are you, Kevin?
I am turning 20 in August.
Oh, really? And so are you still living at home or you're on your own?
I'm going to school in July.
Are you still living?
I'm currently at home working.
Beta!
That's what I wanted to mention. Is you didn't... Actually, did you have a father in your life growing up?
My father wasn't there, but I had my grandfather. I knew my father, but he was not in my life growing up.
Okay, so
how about you?
I didn't have a father in my life.
I know. That's why you're still home. You need to get out away from your mama.
Hold on. He didn't. He came back when I was 5.
And is he married to your mother?
He was serving time in the military, and he came back. And yes, he is married to my mother.
Are you close to your father?
Yes, I am.
Have you forgiven your mother for turning you away from him toward her?
Well, she couldn't really help it. He was serving our country, our great country.
I know, but she could have helped her. Have you forgiven her for doing that?
Yes, I have. I love my mom for eternity and beyond.
Did you go to her and forgive her for what she did?
But did I have to let her know
Yeah.
for me to forgive her?
If you want to be free, you have to let her know. You got to go and forgive, and your whole world will lighten up for you. You can see from within.
You know what, Jesse?
What?
Right after this phone call, I'll go ahead and make a phone call to her and let her know.
Yeah, forgive her.
My question is, since you didn't have a father in your life and there was no head to the woman in your household, and that makes you a purebred beta, right?
It made me a beta. But fortunate for me, it's a good point, too. I'm glad you bring it up. Fortunate for me, my grandmother was there, and my grandfather was there. And women in those days didn't think and act the way women of today act. You know, they made sure you worked. They made sure you were responsible growing up. And they made sure you were accountable for things. And they set a better example than what most women set for you today. But it still left a void in my life because all men and women, boys and girls, yearn for their fathers when they don't love their fathers. So it still left a void in spite of them doing better than what adults do today.
I understand. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So does that mean the show you're running and the people who support you, does that make them betas by association?
No, most of these guys and ladies have overcome being beta. They don't live with mama. They are not begging. They are not blaming. They are working. They are being responsible. They are not sluts and slut makers anymore. So that's what's going to happen to you when you overcome your mother. You got to overcome. You must be born again. And born again.
It's never held me back, though.
It has. You just don't know it. You may be going to school. Wow. You may be going to school, so-called school, or you may live in a nice home, but you're still a beta. You can't help but be a beta until you are born again of your true nature. You got to come back to your true nature. Then you won't be a beta. So material things and friends and where you live and money and stuff does not stop you from being a beta. Look at Obama. Obama was the biggest example of a beta male that I've ever seen in my entire life. And Obama's supposed to have been. He's supposed to have been a lawyer. Hold on a minute.
And Obama's Kenyan too.
Hold on a minute. He was supposed to have been a lawyer. He was supposed to have been a president and all intelligent guy, right? But he is as weak as they come. And that's because he's a beta. He's just like his mama. But I got to run, Kevin. Call me again. Talk to your mother and let me know how that go, all right? Call me back and let me know how it go. And listen.
Okay, you have a great day, King.
All right, when you talk to her, let's say, hey, I forgive you for whatever she did. She may have meant well. I'm sure she meant well.
She never did anything, though.
But whatever she get on your nerves about, you just got to get to know for yourself so you can truly forgive her and you will see what I'm talking about. All right?
All right.
Let me know, buddy.
All right.
All right. Nice guy. Really nice guy. But blacks can't see because they are women. Most black men and women think alike because the men are thinking like the women now. The women are controlled. I told you what happened over the holiday. Amazing. Super chat.